I have always been here.
Riddle me this and riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Ambassador Wing and the Ambassador's Retro Theater. I'm not sure we'll be along with you shortly to show you to your seat and make sure that you have your popcorn and sodas and whatever snacks that you are wanting to munch upon while we view the feature. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. Tonight, we are jumping back to one of the greatest decades for pop culture, the 1990s, and a great little feature called Batman Forever, directed by the late, the great Joel Schumacher. And with me this evening, I have got my motley crew of fellow DC Batman fanatics. You know them, and you love them. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? Mir,
At this point, we've been on long enough, you know.
Legit, man.
Mir, the gravitationally adept. Black
Wait for it. Wait for it.
No.
I'm okay.
I'm muting you. I've also got my good friend and long lost co-host, Black Angus of the Black Angus Reviews, and he might be the master of none, but he is a scholar amongst men. Women want him and men want to be him. You know him, and you love him. Brian, the master of none. Okay, now you're unmuted, Mir.
Thanks, man.
So, dude, I only do this to the people that I like. If I don't like you, I just boot your ass.
On a completely different note, if James Hetfield of Metallica presided over Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy's wedding, he'd be a pastor of Muppets.
This is true. This is very true.
And that's all I got for now.
And to the chat, Neon Sci-Fi. Good evening, Neon. Thank you for being here tonight. And just a quick, just a little bit of housekeeping. We will be starting here on YouTube. We'll do a little intro. We'll do a little background on the film, and then we'll be switching over to Twitch because, well, in some aspects, YouTube stinks. They won't let you watch. They won't let you show movies.
Yeah.
Therefore, they stink. So we're going to be switching over to Twitch. I will go ahead and put the link for the Twitch stream in the chat. I will pin it at the top so that everyone can join us once we do the great transition. Let's see here. Where's the link? There's the link. Hello, link. Let's see. Copy and paste. Come on. Paste. Very good. Used to be so good at typing. Now I stink. I like Mir.
You can't do it.
I got faith in you, man.
Yeah. For the record, the only reason why my spelling is so terrible is because I am Mir, the gravitationally adept with gravitationally adept fingers. And yeah, it's not just part of me, man. It's all of me.
I've been known to fat finger a keyboard every once in a while.
All of you. I certainly hope I put the right link in the thing, or I'm gonna look awful silly.
I
You
have
didn't
no
put
idea.
the streamer link in the chat. You're good.
So yeah. Anyway,
Be like Nicotina last night.
Lord. Well, if I were to quote a favorite movie of mine that I did a review of not too long ago, Mir is not particularly bright. His penmanship is atrocious, and he does dress in the manner of a male prostitute. And if you can get that reference, you get a gold star, a cookie, and the ambassadorial seal of approval, which means, well, pretty much absolutely nothing.
Well, I was just gonna
Waiting
say,
for the pat on the back.
I was just gonna say, you're not wrong, man. You're like 3 for 3 right now.
Hey, Ambassador, I was curious, what are the hats you and Brian are wearing?
This is
They
actually
are the-
from. I believe he asked me. Thank you,
Oh,
Oh,
go
Lordy.
ahead.
Brian. It's okay, man. I don't care. If you want to answer him, you can.
These are our good friend Dawson from Nerdy in Many Ways. We bought a couple of his hats.
Well, actually, I'm a patron, so I got this one kind of for free. It was a perk.
I was supposed to get one. I never pressed him for it. So I'm trying to see if I can get the red one for free.
You. Anyways, folks, tonight we're gonna be. I'm looking at you, Mir.
I'm in the middle of firing phasers, man.
And
I was playing Star Trek Online this morning. It was fun.
Yeah, I saw that stream. I'm sorry I didn't get to come by and say hi, man. It's been kind of a crazy, busy day. I know,
I still
but
play here and there.
But we're
the
go ahead, Brian.
The anniversary's next week for the 11 year.
Yeah,
Cool.
So
I've been in it since the beginning.
2010.
I think 09 actually.
Well, that's when I got on.
It was
about a year
horrible in
afterwards.
09. Oh my god.
Yeah, it took a while. Once it got free to play, then it got a lot better.
Yeah, I bought a lifetime pass since the very beginning. I've never had anything other than a lifetime pass. Well, yeah, I love that game. I'm sorry. It's basically all that's really left of decent Trek right now.
Well, no, honestly, it is. It's one of the good story points that managed to go on afterwards.
Yeah.
So,
And I purposefully finally watched season 3 of Star Trek Discovery.
what did you think? Honestly, I mean, I kind of liked it. I thought it was really good.
I think there were
the fact
some.
that they took it away from the original series.
I
like that a
definitely
lot.
appreciate that. I think it's in the time where it's supposed to be. I also think they did a little too much retconning. And I mean, overall, I'm going to give it a mediocre. It
There you
wasn't good, but it wasn't terrible either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, it wasn't like over the top atrocious, but it was actually. I think they actually did the character of Burnham some justice in this season. So I was like, all right, I can get it. I get it.
My only complaint on it was that I could start predicting what was going to happen in the show, and I was like, yeah, he's going to on the next line he's going to use this word, and sure enough, that word comes out. I said I don't like that too much, but I mean, again, it wasn't horrible, but again, I would not call it great by any means.
Personally, I haven't watched any new Trek because, well, I still refuse to pay for CBS All Access. I'd rather put my money towards HBO Max and, and towards a certain other corporation that some people might be triggered if I mention their name.
Oh, dude, I'm not triggered at all. Shoot.
I know.
I think we all have Disney Plus here, dude.
No, I don't. I'm not allowed.
No, he's not allowed. They did something. They actually did something kind of legit. Shady and everything. So, and yeah, on the outside, if I know the hat wasn't free, it came with the membership. I'm aware of that, but I'm being kind to our friend Dawson. So, yeah, but tonight we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna say, folks, if you have been following my channel long enough, you know how much I love this movie. I love this movie to death. I love Batman Forever. It was like the first Batman movie I got to see in theaters. and it has a little bit of bittersweet sentimental value. It was actually the movie that came out the summer that my maternal grandmother passed and everything. This was the one that helped raise me and everything. And
That's
holy
kind of
crap!
weird. My grandfather passed away the same year. Oh, look at that.
And to the chat, Jason
What's
P.
going
Preston,
on?
Polyhedral Paradise. Jason, good to see you,
Been a
man.
while.
Yeah. Hey, Jason. I don't know if you're busy tonight or if you are even interested. If you would like to join us or anything for the watch along and everything, I can send you a link and everything. Just let me know in the chat and everything. And this channel always let's put a smile on that face. It's a little Batman wink and nod. Geeks enjoy Nerdrotica. LDG, good to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Thank you for being here. For those of you that are going to want to join the watch party, and yes, Polyhedral, yes, the soundtrack. I cannot stand "Kiss from a Rose," but I absolutely love the song that you two did. "Hold Me,
Hold
Thrill
me,
Me,
throw me, kiss me, kill
Kiss
me.
Me, Kill Me." I actually did
How
that
could you not like Kiss from a Rose?
because I heard so much that I practically wanted to take a drill and shove it through my temple.
That's the same way I feel about My Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion.
Same here. Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. So we're not that far off. For those of you that are going to want to, just a heads up to everybody, if you're going to want to join us on the watch party, we're going to be switching over to Twitch in a little bit and everything. Because, well, in that one aspect, YouTube stinks, which I've already kind of said. But I've pinned the link up at the top of the chat, so I'll give y'all a heads up and everything to head over to Twitch once we get ready to do that.
So
There you go, Jason.
Kiss from the Rose was okay the first
Fair enough.
time. Well,
I don't look, Jason. I don't think you got it right, man. There's an exponent next to that 700, man. Oh, that song was on so many radio stations that it should never have been on in the first place.
yeah,
That thing was on like a hard rock station when I was growing up.
Yeah, they put it on the alternative station.
Yeah, it's just. I think it was a decent song, but yeah, it was played to hell.
Played to hell?
Yeah,
They play that song
I
in
agree.
hell. It's a form of torture.
I
You
think
do
it's still
something-
9th level.
Ooh, you mean it's right? You mean it's being played near Satan's third nipple?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because if you follow Dante's diagram of hell, Satan's at the center of it all.
Yes.
Yeah, Polyhedral.
And then in the next room over, they're playing the movie Batman and Robin.
Oh, dude! Ouch!
Hey,
Oh,
Because I know how much you guys hate it. I mean, I love that movie. I don't know about you.
it's not
I
that
don't
I
hate
hate
it.
it. I just wish it had been better. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't. Okay, there are movies that I hate, and there are movies I think are just bad, and then there are movies that I just won't give the time of day anymore.
here's the thing with Batman and Robin. To me, the
Mhm.
biggest complaint is
Mhm.
I can live with the silliness, where it just devolves into let's just throw shit on screen and kids will pay for it and will buy the toys. But George Clooney, all right, you look at certain actors have a dynamicism to them, if that's a word. Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, they're clearly historical fiction actors.
Mhm.
They really
Mhm.
can
Yep.
take on old roles, despite being good current age, whatever year you're in, actors. They're pretty well rounded, but they have a suit with history. Jim Carrey, he has kind of a shtick. He can be serious, like Eternal Sunshine. I don't know about number 23, but Eternal Sunshine is awesome. Philip
Yeah.
Morris is kind of honed in. George Clooney is another one of those that no one really talks about because he's kind of fell off after the early 2000s. he's a very he. I think it's revealing of his actual character in life that he plays a lot of lonely people, a lot of like isolated or to themselves lone wolf characters, and I think it's probably who he is in nature. And so for him to like not have a amazing performance for Batman that really like stands out, not for the memes of like, oh, never leave the cave without it, shit like that, you know. It's really a shame that he couldn't have had at least the first two Batman kind of take, or even forever, I think, maintain that kind of psychology of Batman. Or especially in the Dark Knight trilogy, someone that could really bring that element of Batman with his acting ability. That's the biggest shame to me. I can live with all the silly shit. It's just like there's nothing really redeeming about Batman that makes you like, yes, I really love George Clooney Batman. You know?
Yeah,
yeah. It's kind of. There's a reason why they stopped making those movies after that.
Well, it just got too ridiculous after a while.
Well, and you know, I will give credit where credit is due in terms of Joel Schumacher. He did come out and he did issue a formal public recorded apology. You can go like find it on YouTube or whatever, where he did apologize for Batman and Robin. And I think that takes a lot of class. I think that takes a lot of guts. And that's why I respect Schumacher both when he was alive and posthumously now and everything, because I know he's done a lot of movies and many of them I did not realize he had done that I love, but this was my first like introduction to Joel Schumacher. And I was like, I'm part of this movement, release the Schumacher cut. So I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. AT&T and Warner Media, release the mother freaking Schumacher cut.
You kissed your mother with that mouth? Holy crap, man.
I said mother freaking, so both of you.
I mean, for me, honestly, that movie's been out for so long, I don't care. Like, I mean,
you know what?
I'm trying to imagine what a Schumacher cut would do to the movie. Like, I mean, they had so much neon and you know, bright lights in the last two of those movies, the Schumacher movies especially. So I mean, it's just, I mean, between the Riddler and all the green and Mr. Freeze and all the blue, and it's just, I'm
the thing you have to remember,
what are you going to do to make that better?
You might be surprised. I mean, look what Zack Snyder's doing.
And true, but that's a different story, though. Like his product was meddled with from day one, and as where Schumacher kind of had a little bit of free reign there, and he did what he wanted, and it kind of, we got what we got, kind of thing, you know. So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm neither here nor there on it. And
that's, you know, dude, that's fair. So yeah. I'm not gonna give anybody grief if you disagree with me. You disagree, that's fine.
So yeah, I think that when we ended up getting to Batman and Robin, you know, at first these movies kind of gave you something to think about, especially the first one and the second one. And they were dark, they were moody, they had just, you know, a lot of mystery that was involved on both of them. And this one is the transition, you know, and once you start getting into the Batman and Robin thing, it's just pure mindless entertainment.
It's camp.
For that, you have to recognize it for what it is. It is not. It is. Yes, it is the continuation of the three Batman movies that came before that. But this is totally mindless. The more you think about it, the more it's going to irritate you. So don't think about it. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. So let's actually talk about Batman Forever. So for here, we actually have a slightly taller Batman. Michael Keaton, for all of his amazing talents, is only 5'9". Val Kilmer, taking the title role, is a smidge over 6 feet tall.
Yep.
So there's your first major change.
It's probably switching over to
rewatch Transformers 86. Jason, we already did. That movie. We already watched that movie.
We did.
It was fun.
Fantastic movie.
I hope I did. So. I got another comment here.
So if I remember correctly, the first actual lines from Val Kilmer in this movie, it's like Alfred and
Can I convince you to take a sandwich with you, sir?
yeah, it's like I'll
I'll get
get
drive-thru.
drive through.
I'll get drive-through. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So guess what, people?
Well-
Batman's going to McDonald's. You know, how is he
Well-
going around the corner of the drive-through? You know,
God, not that
Well,
long
that's a
ass car.
Batmobile.
Yeah,
I'm saying, the
that thing couldn't make a
Batmobile.
turn.
Okay, Ambassador, I have to tell you something,
No,
and
you don't.
this is strictly on a physical how you look right now, and it's freaking awesome. You're looking at the
Okay.
screen, but to me,
Yeah.
it looks like you're one step away from hulking out Bill Bixby style.
Yeah, because the where the
It's the
screen's
way the
lined up with
reflection
your
is hitting
eyes.
you. That's freaking awesome, man.
You don't want to see me when I get angry.
And for all you DC freaks out there, yes, I know I went full Marvel. My bad. Go on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap up here on YouTube and we're going to transition over to Twitch. So, for all of you that want to come over to Twitch, the link is up in the pinned at the top of the chat. So, we're going to close out here and switch over to Twitch and then we'll get the movie started. So,
Do it.
we'll see you all very, very shortly. So. Okay, remove.